Are you glad to be out?
I'm happy to be reunited with my family. You know, I'd like to have stayed for a few more days, but obviously that's not the case.
Yeah. Was 13 days... I mean, that was kind of tough going, 13 days. Does it seem like a long time in there?
It seemed like an absolute eternity, but, you know, it's been a life-changing experience and loved every minute of it, even the bad parts.
What was the hardest thing in there? The hunger?
My tummy is my pride and joy, and it shrunk, so I'm quite happy with that. But, yeah, the hunger and the boredom more than anything else. Sometimes extreme highs and then quite extreme lows as well. But, you know, it's just been amazing.
Good, good. Well, you gave us some very dramatic moments down there in Cam, and others that weren't very dramatic.
Okay.
Take a look at this, Scott. And you've finished. Well done, Scott. Now what's 1 star?
1 star.
I'm a celeb to get me out of here now.
Are you serious? Well done, that's 1 star.
Do you know what? I'm a celeb to get me out of here.
Do you think giving up easily on those trials has had an effect on you being here now?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I did 5 of them.
Do you think that was a reason? Because Jungle Boogie was the first one, and you gave up quite easily there.
Well, as soon as something's crawling up your arse, you sometimes decide to give in, and I don't like bugs, so for me to get 1, and I knew I couldn't get the second one, but, you know, it's all part of fun and games.
On the water trial there,
yes.
if you'd have known Fina had got 6 stars, would you have tried harder, or was that really as far
I knew
as
she had 6 before I actually did the trial, and you know what, I just couldn't do it. I can't bear it. I don't like going underwater,
right.
And I didn't like the idea of being confined by the plastic, but
did you not feel...
She did very well.
Did you not feel loads of pressure from the boys, though, because...
Loads of pressure, but you can only do what you can do.
Because that's the thing, you know, yesterday, obviously, one of the boys went... because Fina secured immunity because she got 6 stars.
Yes.
Looking back at it now and looking at it, you know, is it difficult? Would you have liked to stay longer in that trial and tried a bit harder?
No, I don't think anything to do with the trial. I mean, there's other ones that I thought I did overcome, like when we won the bug one and I actually ate the live silkworm and jumping out of the plane. So there was other ones, and again, the high wire one with Jan, where we did really well and we got to the 7 balloons. But, you know, there's always going to be things you can't do and things you can face. And I think I overcame quite a few demons in there. Maybe not all of them, but gave it my best shot.
OK. You're at the centre of another one of the week's big dramas. Here's a reminder of it all.
Oh, bring it on.
Don't do that. Don't be like that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You want to win fair and square, don't you?
Oh, you can't bite.
No, you see, this is silly.
See, now we're getting
on.
Do you know what, Scott, let's just
Stop.
get
Give me the key.
All right, open him.
Baby.
Didn't work.
Now, would you do the same again? Would you get out there early and sit on the chest and try and stop
Well, we were
them?
told we could do whatever means necessary by the producers. So, I mean, if that's what we're told and the girls are told something else, that's why it ended up like that. Whatever means necessary, we were told we could push them in, we could sit on the chest. And to me, it was like a game of it's a knockout. You could do whatever it was. All I say is, you know what, I sat on the chest, I didn't touch any of the girls, would never advocate violence. But then, you know, you could expect to be bitten by a snake in the jungle, but not by a fellow contestant.
Were you shocked by how far Fina went, then?
Yeah, I mean, I know she's got a ferocious temper, but you don't expect anyone to actually come on a game show and end up biting someone or scratching them.
Yeah.
But she's a feisty girl, and, you know, she has to live with what she's done.
Yeah. You were both pretty fired up by that. It was the first head-to-head chest. You were both fired up.
We were all fired up, but I'd never advocate violence or biting someone.
Well, we just want to show you what happened at Snake Rock when she got back. Have a look.
I'm sure.
It was so ugly.
Yeah. You don't know what happened next. So we said, Scott, let's put the key in the lock. We've won. He's like, Matt, come on, Matt.
And so, you know, bit him like that.
Yeah. No, not quite. You guys were having a full-on fight.
No, we were having a fight.
And so Scott shouted, it's by any means necessary! It's by any means necessary!
And then he started elbowing me and stomping on my feet, and it just got weird.
Right.
Is that fair? Is that
She's
accurate?
since apologised for everything, so you might not show that, but she apologised for biting and said it's not acceptable. You know, they were both very fired up. Lauren's since apologised and, you know, again, made the peace there. But, you know, if you're told one set of rules and someone else is told something else, what do you expect to happen?
Well, it was your interpretation of the rules, wasn't it?
It wasn't an interpretation, it's what we said and
well,
had
they
qualified.
interpreted it differently. They thought it was...
They thought it was first the chest, and if, you know, they don't know, if they don't get rules, well, then things are supposed to happen.
Well, how are you and Fina now? Have you kissed and made up? Is everything better? We saw you talking about it.
We talked. You know, I really liked her, but after being, you know, 2 weeks with someone, if they then, you know, can go and bite you or scratch you, I don't think it could ever be quite the same again.
OK, well, let's take a look at camp now. Let's look at who you've left behind. There's Lauren. What did you make of Lauren?
You know, I think she's a feisty character. You know, she's a good mum. You know, she likes that. We call her, like, the hullabaloo of the camp.
Right.
Why?
Why?
Well, you know, she's built like one.
All right.
Right, I see.
There's Jan. Now, Jan seemed to wind people up at all kind of every opportunity. Well, not every opportunity, but wind everybody up at some opportunity.
Jan's like the biggest fish out of water in the jungle, but she's overcome so many things. She's like a super gran. She's faced all of her fears and adversities, and you know, yes, she does. But you know, someone that age, you know, they're not going to be able to change their ways that easily and fit in with the group, are they? Really?
Yeah.
We've got David down there. What do you make of David?
Completely, hopefully transformed his public image. You know, I didn't know what to make of him when I came in, and you know, I think he's a great, genuine guy, and you know, we're all going to meet up when we get out.
Were you surprised by him as well?
Very surprised. You know, you should never judge a book by its cover and what the media write, but it still has a lasting impression on you for when you first meet someone.
Yeah,
but
of
I've
course.
always let you know, you've got to get to know a person first before you comment.
Being down there, you've
Yes.
met all the guys, you've been in camp. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to go on and win the show?
Well, obviously, my second mum in there is Faith, but I think the person that deserves to win and should win is Mylene.